Hello, everyone. My name is Justine Shine, Double Gold Consultant with Evolution Travel. I am part of the Platinum Organization Team Sky and team leader of Team Eclipse. So I'm here today to present Pleasant Holidays. Today we're going to talk about how to register, how to navigate the site. I'm going to show you what it has to offer. It does have a lot, which is really awesome. And we will also learn how to book travel with them. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started. For those of you in this meeting, please feel free to follow along. So the first thing we will do is start by learning how to register. So again, you need to be with the company for 30 days. So for those of you listening to this training, please mark that in your calendar so that you know that you are ready to get enrolled. So just make sure when you enroll, you go to the Travel Cafe, as we do with all of our other vendors. You're going to go down to the Suppliers tab and then How to Register. And we'll scroll all the way down until we get to Pleasant Holidays. And this one does not require a supplier request form. They just give you a link that you have to fill out and then submit registration. It will take a few days potentially for you to get approval, but we'll go ahead and fill this out right now. I'm gonna fill this out for my husband since he is not registered yet. Our IATA number is really the main thing that you need from all of Archer's information. You can create your own username, name, and create a password. Very simple registration. And then create account. Oh, independent contractor, home-based travel agent. We're going to click yes. And then you'll continue to fill your information out here. Okay. And then you'll hit create account. And you'll just have to wait until you get an email from them saying that you've been approved, and they will show you how to finish your registration. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I just got notification that you can now see my screen. Were you guys able to see everything I was just doing? Those of you in the chat box, can you let me know? Yes, okay, good, awesome. All right, my computer's playing games, I guess. Thank you. All right, so let me go back to the home screen. Log into my own account. We'll just do a little walkthrough of what this vendor has to offer. So Pleasant Holidays is, you have the ability to book, as you can see, flight, hotel, rental cars, and all these different combinations of those to package together and save for your client. Okay. You can also book just properties alone. And then we have Air by Pleasant Holidays, and we have Pleasant Activities. The flight version I'm not as familiar with. I'm still working on learning how to utilize that. However, I will also show you Pleasant Activities, which is a separate registration. So let's just start with all of these top tabs. So here we have the home screen. We'll go over and take a look at the vacation deals tab. All right, so any current promotions that they have going on will be here. This is a great way to market for your clients, right? They have some really great deals. So right now they have a lot of 100 off per booking going on. All kinds of different destinations. We'll go over to vacation rentals. We can take a look at some vacation homes as well. I will say they do not have a large selection like you would find if you went to Expedia tab and looked under properties and then vacation homes. but I will show, let's just pick Oahu. All right, we'll pick this first one as well. Okay, and so here you can kind of build a little package for, based on this vacation home, right? Or rental, and make a package for your client. And I'll go over again how to book all of this after we go through the rest of what this site has to offer. Let's go to the all-inclusive tab. There, so what's nice here is they give, if you're unfamiliar with what all-inclusive means, they provide description here for you. They have different brands that they work with, and you can see under each destination the different resorts that would be all-inclusive. So let's go to the Caribbean. And see here, you can see all of the different Caribbean all-inclusive resorts that you can book with Pleasant Holidays. What is great, so you see Sandals here, right? So let's say you're 30 days into being with the company and someone wants to go to a Sandals resort, but you can't register with Sandals until 6 months with the company, right? But you can still book it with Pleasant Holidays. Same thing with beaches resorts. All right. As you can see here, there's a beaches resort right here. So again, we can kind of filter through these different destinations within the Caribbean as well. And it will show up the same thing, all these different resorts specific to these destinations. And we'll go to destinations here. So this is just a breakdown of all of the destinations you could book for your client with Pleasant Holidays. Okay. Lots of tropical island places. We have the US. You can even book Europe, Central America, all kinds of stuff. It's really great. Okay. And then of course we can also do group travel with Pleasant Holidays. In order to do that, you have to submit a group quote request, sorry. They have two different kinds. So they have boutique groups. We'll take a look at what that is. Okay, so booking as few as 5 rooms, flexible and varying itineraries, no contract required. What I like about boutique is that the leader is not financially responsible for the entire group. So each individual person in the group with a boutique group travel quote can kind of customize their own trip within the group quote, if that makes sense. Okay. So we'll go here and click request a quote. This works the same way for the other type of group quote that you can do. So you'll fill all this out based on what your client is looking for. And then after you submit the form, you'll get an email just saying that they received your request. And then about a day or two, I've found normally 2 days maximum, you'll hear back from them with a quote. However, if you get a hold of them on a Friday, you're probably not going to hear from them until Monday morning or Monday afternoon. All right, let's go back and take a look at the other group option. So here we have traditional group. So this one's a little more strict. You know, this is where they have a contract. You have to have a set number of rooms that you book. So it's not necessarily too flexible in the sense of where a boutique, they could kind of cater to what they need and pay individually. Okay. Anybody have questions as of right now? Feel free to unmute if you do. Anybody? I will keep going until I see anything pop up in the chat box. But again, feel free to unmute at any point, guys. Having questions is great because people watching this might have questions as well, right? So let's see. Oh, Melissa jumped on late, so I'm trying to catch up. Oh, I see. So Melissa, at this point, all we've really done is just walk through the tabs that are at the top of Pleasant Holidays. but you can look back on this recording and see what you've missed. All right. So,
Hi, it's Melissa.
hi.
So I guess I'm looking through my multi-pages of vendors. I guess I never signed up for Pleasant Holidays yet.
Yes, you can register with them. Just make sure you've been with the company for 30 days first.
Okay, so I think I have at this point. It's probably pretty close though. I'm a newbie.
Gotcha. Yeah, so just double check, but it's a pretty simple registration. Just go to the how to register tab in the travel cafe.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to continue on with these last two tabs here. They do have a cruises tab. You cannot book a cruise in Pleasant Holidays. Okay, you still have to go to the vendor itself. So for example, if you see a Norwegian cruise on here, you have to go to Norwegian to book it to get the commission. Okay, but you can see different deals that they have on Pleasant Holidays. All right. And then there is Pleasant Activities, which you can book directly through here. So we'll go to pleasantactivities.com right here. And you do have to register separately for this. I've already done it. So I'm just going to log in, but you'll just click on the sign up right here and fill out all of the information that's there. We'll take a look. So it'll be your name, your email that Archer has on file. Agency name is going to be Archer Travel. And then the ARC number will be our IATA number. All right. Go ahead to log in. I'm already logged in. So you'll be able to find a bunch of different excursions and activities. We can set the location. Let's see. I want to see if, okay, let's go to Kauai Island in Hawaii. I've been there before. Oh, that's what we were on already. And then you can even search by vendor if you want. I don't necessarily think that would benefit you because they do have these filters on the side dependent on the type of excursion your client wants. So let's see what looks interesting. Let's look at a catamaran. Okay, so they have one option here. We'll click on that. It'll give you a full description of everything that's included and what to expect, how long it is, what time check-in is, and how much availability they have. So they do this daily. If we want to book this, we'll just put in the number of people. So let's say that we have a family of 2 adults and 2 kids. Let me just make sure we'll keep the date the same. The preferred time, and then we're going to add to cart. So you can throw a bunch of stuff into your cart, or we can go back to continue shopping. We'll put one more thing in there. Okay, let's do animals and wildlife. Awesome. Fill this out real quick. Add to cart. All right, and then we have everything here. So we can still edit from the cart if we need to get rid of something, but let's go to checkout. So at this point, you would enter your client's card information in here, all of their information. You can even enter the hotel name in that they're staying at if it applies. In case.
Quick question, sorry.
Yep, sure.
So you added both of those activities on the same day and both of them say AM. Will it queue you if you're scheduling something that would conflict with the other? Because it didn't have times.
Well, here, I'll go back to my cart.
I didn't think I saw anything other than AM.
For the most part, you will be able to see with each of these excursions at the bottom, tour time and duration.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll go back.
Sorry. Yeah, of course.
So let's look at the second one here. go down. See, they have 2 different times, right? So yeah, that would be something I would have to check first.
Okay.
Thank you
'Cause-
for bringing that up. But yeah, that would be something that in your research you would pick up on, right? Because you want to make sure you're reading through all this when you're booking something for your
Okay.
client.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would automatically flag you and go, hold on, you already have something planned for that time. Okay.
So I'm just going to click update cart. We'll go back to where we were. Oh, we're already there. Okay, checkout. All right, so you'll fill out all of this information for your client. I'm just going to do write up stuff for now. I'm not officially booking it, so it doesn't really matter. Just so we can see what happens next. All right, so new customer has been created. We'll hit OK. All right, and then it'll pull up the checkout screen for you. So now this is where you'll put all of your clients' information and officially book everything. Right, I'm not going to actually do it, but we'll check off, check out, and then you'll be prompted to pay. All right. Any questions about this stuff? The Pleasant activities? I think it's pretty straightforward, right? All right, we'll go back to Pleasant Holidays. I'm going to go over real quick the agent resources section as well, and then we will walk through how to book with Pleasant Holidays. So over on the side, they do have some great marketing resources. As you book travel, you'll accumulate trip points. You'll be able to see all of your bookings here that have been made, your profile if you ever need to change anything. Let's take a look at what they have for marketing resources. All right, let's pick something. What destination should we pick? Someone help me out. I need some interaction here.
And I have a big mouth. Let's, Mexico.
Mexico? Okay, let's pick this first one.
Now, if I could only book more things, I booked one cruise.
All right, here we go. So here is a flyer that you can type in your agency information here. So you don't want to type in Archer Travel, right? You're marketing your business. So for me, I'm going to put vacations with Justine. My name is Justine Shine. I'm the owner and licensed travel agent. I'm going to put my phone number.
Speaking of that, are we considered licensed if we're doing this? Or did we have to get something beyond what we did in the beginning?
You are licensed.
Okay.
And then, so you will be able to download this flyer. You can print it out, leave it in different places in your local town. You can even maybe upload it to your website or social media. I would take a screenshot of this if I were to put it on social media. Let me check the chat box real quick. Alice, how about Aruba? Yeah, we'll take a look at that too. That sounds lovely. Let's see. Don't know if I'll see Aruba specifically. Let me keep looking. I don't see it specifically by itself, but you know what we can do is we will do a mock booking, so to speak, with Aruba. Okay, so those are downloadable flyers. We also have a social media toolkit with them. These tabs. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, here we go. I missed it. That's why. All right, social media toolkits. So it says your download and use of images in the social media toolkit represents your acknowledgement of the following terms, right? So make sure you read through this and you are using things correctly based on what they need from you. Okay, so all of these things, should be downloadable, and you should be able to upload it to all social media platforms unless it says otherwise, right? So Pleasant Holidays Social Media Toolkit is a resource for travel advisors to grow their online presence through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can only use these on those 3 sites, not on TikTok, not on LinkedIn, only Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, it's very important that you follow those rules. So for all of these, you can click and download. All right, and look at that. They have all these different versions of it, which is nice. Here we go. And the save button is up here. You'll save that to your device and post it in the correct place that you want it to be in. Let's see, they have some really nice put together things.
Are you supposed to edit these and add stuff, or you just put it up like they have it?
You can edit the brochures that I had shown before. Well, not the brochures, the downloadable flyers, but this
not the-
material is
okay.
already ready-made and all set to go.
Okay.
Yeah. They have even different destination stuff based on, so they were having, when we looked in the promotion section, they had $100 off per booking. So they have that updated in here. So they're maintaining this really well. All the stuff that you see here will be updated to the current promotions and sales that they have. All right, so all kinds of really great stuff. Let's go back over. And then there is a brochure section as well. So I'm just going to pick the first one here for time's sake. Alice, I have not done the Pleasant Pro training yet, but it does unlock some travel agent perks. I know that. What they are, not 100% sure, but it's, I'm sure, very worth investing time into it. So this is a brochure here that you'll be able to download, print, and then leave at different businesses. Right? All the information for the destinations, important places. I'm sure they have some activities in here as well. Okay. So that's the marketing resources section. We then have, like I said, agent incentives. They have a trip incentive program where you can collect points. They have destination wedding incentives as well. Let's see what else. So the Pleasant Pro Academy here is what Alice mentioned in the chat box, right? So you can complete this and unlock some travel agent perks. Right? They have a best price guarantee, where I'm sure it is their price matching. So when you register, you can go ahead and look through this. Okay. You can file a claim to price match for your client. So let's go back home, and now we will work on how to book with Pleasant Holidays. All right, so someone had mentioned Aruba, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I like to leave from Newark Airport, so I'm gonna do the airport code for that. Actually, we'll do flight, hotel, and car. We're gonna go to Aruba. Let's see. Whoever said they wanted to go to Aruba, when do you want to go, Alice?
Going next month, actually, in November.
Oh, nice. Okay. What dates are they? What were the dates for it?
15th through the 22nd.
Nice. That's a solid week. That's going to be awesome. All right. So you can even check off here if you only need hotel for a part of your trip. You'll check that off and fill in the check and checkout date for that specifically. I'm going to leave it unchecked just for the sake of this booking. We'll do 1 room and 2 adults. Is that correct, Alice, or is there more people?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's just really for the practice of, looking it up.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to leave the direct nonstop flights only unchecked just because I found when I check the box, it doesn't necessarily give me the best results. Sometimes it shows up as not giving any results. So leave it unchecked so we can always filter it later. They do have some additional options. If you already know the hotel name, you can type that in, and then Same thing for the car rental and any transfers. Let's search. Oop. There we go. No rental cars available for your selection. Interesting. That's okay. We'll leave it be. But I'm telling you, if you haven't figured it out already, guys, when you are searching something for your clients, filters are your best friend. Okay, so over here, I'm going to pick 4-star and above. You think of it this way. Typically, a 4 or 5-star internationally might really be more like a 3-star, sometimes maybe 2.5 in the US. Okay, so I automatically do 4 and above. Let's see. We can filter in the airport area or just Aruba in general. And we can filter even more. Let's do all inclusive. Beachfront. Who doesn't want to be at the beach, right? Okay, so there's that. And then we can filter by price, hotel name, location, and star rating. So I'm going to filter by price. That way it's easier for me to find something that is closer to my client's budget, right? So we can do increasing, we can do decreasing. Right, so let's switch it back. So let's say we like this first option. We want to learn a little bit more. We can click on hotel description. And similar to Vax, if you're familiar with Vax, it pulls up all the details. You can see different photos of this resort. So we'll take a look. That's nice. That pool makes me want to go. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have the location here. They automatically pick a current room, right? So you can select a different room. Okay. And it will pull up the inventory they have. It looks like they only have this one type of room right now, which makes sense because it's very close to the travel date. Select bedding preferences if you'd like. So I'll pick king bed. You can add special requests. Okay, so if it's a honeymoon couple, you can leave a note for them. Oh, 1 second, guys. Oh, sorry, my dog started barking. All right, we'll hit save. And then we can continue booking this package and we can update the flight information. Also similar, oh, let me go back. Also similar to Vax, it pre-picks a flight itinerary and pre-picks a hotel. So if I want to change this flight, I'm gonna click on change flights in the bottom right. And then pick whichever I like. So again, we can filter here, right? So this is what I mentioned before. We can just filter nonstop. And then save the trouble of an error popping up when we search for nonstop only. I'm just going to keep the flight that I have here. And same thing for the return flight. Right.
What does it mean when it says published for the flights?
It's a type of fare. So there's published fare, and then I forget what the other one is. I don't necessarily understand the difference. But that's a great question. Let's see if we can't click on it to see. But I'm sure that you can look that up on Google, what published fare means. I think it has to do with a vendor buying out a certain number of seats from an airline. I think that's what it is. But yes, okay, so if we click on travel agency details, we can add a fee on, similar to Vax, right? In the booking administrator on Vax, this is kind of the same thing. So I'll just say I'm going to add $50 on. We'll update the price. Okay. And that's all set. So now if I like everything I have here, I'm going to go ahead and continue booking the package. And here we can add travel protection. So if you want to see all the details and send that over to your client, you'll click here, complete details and pricing. If they don't want travel protection, we'll click on that. And then also I recommend having you have your client sign a form saying that they decline travel protection. If they want to add shared or private transfers, you can do that here. It will update the price. And then they also have some activities here that you can add on. So you won't have to go over to Pleasant Holidays necessarily to book excursions for your client unless you don't like what's here, because these are recommended activities and attractions, not necessarily the entire list of what's available. Okay, so let's just check off this one. Okay. And then that will be added on. And then we have hotel extras and dining plans if it applies. Okay, so here they're offering a room credit for the client that is automatically added on because of a promotion that they have happening. Right, and then here we have a price breakdown. You'll be able to see in the detailed payment breakdown the commission that you're going to earn. There we go. So commissionable amount, out of this amount, you will be making this much for this specific booking. Again, that gets paid to Archer. Archer will then pay you 80% of this amount because Pleasant Holidays is a preferred supplier. Okay. Then we'll go to either create a quote or continue booking. If we want to create a quote, click on that. We can add some traveler details in. Here's their itinerary. And then, let's see, agree and continue. And you can either send it to yourself or send it to your client. I recommend sending it to yourself first and then copy and pasting into a separate email the details, because at least for me, I don't necessarily provide the client with the hotel name, the flight numbers. I just send the flight times. I don't even send the airline name, just because really all the client really cares about at first is the price and what they're getting for a price, right? So when it comes time to booking, then you can release that other information to them. But that is how you would send an itinerary to them or yourself. Let's go back. Oh, I just undid all of that. That's okay. So you would hit the other option that was there and continue the checkout process with the client, fill out all of their information with them over the phone, and then hit book. So once you have booked it, we go back home. Let me go to agent resources. You can go to your bookings here under my account, and it will pull up the information you have here for the client's booking. All right, so that is how you would book something with Pleasant Holidays. And that is pretty much it, guys, with Pleasant Holidays. So now I'm going to open the floor for some Q&A. So feel free to unmute and ask your questions.
Hi, it's me again. Does Pleasant Holidays, do they do anything with Ireland? Because I'm going to be looking to book like a honeymoon, not a honeymoon, an anniversary trip.
Let's take a look under their destinations tab. Let's see. See, they have Europe. Yes, they have it under the Europe tab.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go through and take a look. They have the different specific destinations within Ireland, and then they'll show you some hotels that they have as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so on and so forth. You can take a peek in it once you get registered with them.
Okay. Thank
Any
you.
other questions, guys? For those of you that don't have questions, head out. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, just a quick question. So Pleasant Holidays is very similar to VAX, is what you're saying, right?
In how it operates, it doesn't look anything like VAX, but it kind of operates the same in a way, in terms of like what you can book with them, where you can book it, and being able to, add commission on, stuff like that.
Okay. So is it just that the commission structure would be different? I mean, or it's just an alternative, I guess, or just another supplier, I guess, right?
Well, kind of all of the above of what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. You're
Yeah, I'm
right.
just trying to understand what, the how and when, like, to use the different vendors, you know what I mean?
Sometimes it's a matter of maybe Pleasant Holidays has a different promotion than Vax going on, and that's a better deal for your client. It's just another vendor to price compare inventory, and really find the best deal for your client.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else? No? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.